Hi everybody, Army P here for eXplorminate.net, and welcome back to one of my Stellaris Strategy videos where I'm going to talk about the endgame crisis of the AI rebellion. Now, I'm also going to talk about the mechanics and all of the different precursors that you're going to encounter while trying to navigate your way through this endgame crisis, so that if you've never played it before or you don't want to be spoiled by it, this is your opportunity to turn off the video because it's going to be chocked with spoilers. Now, before we get too deeply into the actual raw mechanics of the AI rebellion, I'm going to show you the different setup that I used in terms of my galactic map to ensure that I got this endgame crisis, because oftentimes I ended up getting the unbidden, which is the more popular of the AI crisis to get, at least in Stellaris patch 1.4. So I chose this as my galaxy setup to maximize the potential of the AI rebellion coming into my galaxy versus some of the other endgame crises. First off, is what you want to do is force all of the races to a specific faster than light. I personally chose warp because it's easy to deal with. You cannot use hyperlanes. You also want to turn off all of the fallen empires from spawning in your game. The reason that you do both of these things is because it limits the potential of a jump drive technology to be researched. Because in hyperlanes it ends up being late in the tech tree. Also with the fallen empires, if you destroy one of their ships, you can actually reverse engineer that technology. Now, as soon as you actually start to research the jump drive technology, that's the precursor of the unbidden, and that is the reason why it's often the more common of the endgame crisis in Stellaris these days. So what you want to do is eliminate the idea or the potential of the jump drive technology to be researched by, again, taking out hyperlanes and turning off all of the fallen empires. Once you have researched synthetic workers, that's the event precursor that's going to set off the chain of events. And what you're going to notice is you're going to get different scenarios popping up talking about AIs going rogue or off the charts or stealing ships, whatever the case may be. What happens is it will all come to a head about 60 to 100 years in-game to the AI revolt, and you'll be given an option. Either you allow them to have full rights, which avoids the AI rebellion, or you demand that they remain as servant to you, and that will trigger the actual event. The AI will establish a new homeworld on with very specialized infrastructure. They will also get massive bonuses to production, ship upkeep, and fleet cap size. 3 fleets should spawn and attempt to take over any colony that's close to it. And if that wasn't bad enough, any AI synths pops on your planets will have a chance to spawn armies on those planets, essentially being able to take you over from the inside out, hence the AI rebellion. Essentially forcing a coup onto poorly defended planets. Liberating these worlds with large AI pops requires a massive army, as every AI pop on the actual planet will turn into a defending army once it's been invaded. Your goal needs to be to completely destroy the AI fleet and liberate all the AI worlds, including the destructions of the AI pops themselves. If left unchecked, they could potentially destroy your entire empire from the inside out. Now comes the fun part. Even with the total destruction of the AI rebellion's fleet and liberation of the previously taken planets, you're going to have to deal with infiltration. Synths have a technology that makes them indistinguishable from your normal pops, and with this will plant bombs on your worlds, destroying both the pops, the infrastructure, and the tile on the actual planet themselves. They will destroy spaceports, they will kill leaders, they will cause fear and suspicion, which is a negative modifier to your happiness depending on the planet. This is an especially grueling part of the crisis because there's actually nothing you can do to stop these terrorist attacks. You literally just have to keep going through it. And it can take up to and including 35 years in-game, as these constant attacks will happen almost on a monthly basis. If you are at war with any other AI empire when this rebellion occurs, you have to make white peace because your economy will be in absolute shambles after it's done. Eventually what's going to happen is your situation log will pop up and your scientists will indicate that they found a way to detect the infiltrators versus your normal pops. Once you research that, that will be the end of the AI rebellion, and that will be when your achievement actually pops, because it's figuring out a way to not crush the rebellion, but actually figure out a way to stop the infiltration. So that's the AI rebellion. It was a grueling and harsh experience that I don't wish on anybody else. But if you want to experience it or you need the achievement, make sure that you use the parameters that I set up, build lots of synth workers, and just enjoy. So this has been Army P for eXplorminate.net, and just remember, never trust the AI.